I absolutely am in love with this gazebo. We are in an English garden. I wish I could tell you I have an English accent and I could perform this entire talk with my beautiful accent, but I don't have one. So I'm just going to do my regular Leanne Moyers thing right here in Melrose. But this gazebo is something that everyone at Melrose is talking about because this has an incredible price point. It is absolutely gorgeous. Every single store should be taking a look at one of these, maybe more than one of these, for your store for display purposes, not just for retailing. The price point is really, really good on this, and you weren't going to talk to your Melrose rep about getting that good, better, best pricing. The other thing is that it's got these nice metal laser cut screens along the front. That's included with this. That is not an extra add-on, and it has 2 planter boxes across the front. So this one on this side, we happen to have our beautiful best-selling sculpt from last year there. We have some gorgeous botanicals as she slides down here to show you the morning glories, the hydrangeas. We have this real feel artichoke piece here that is placed in here. This is actually in dark academia and we're showcasing it here. But we've got the metal planter box. This thing comes together so nicely. It ships flat. It ships completely flat. You know how you're always trying to save money on shipping and everything. This gazebo is really, this might be the steal of the season for all collections and everything for every day for Melrose. Also here on the front we have our yoga frog. He's here in the front. This is another bestseller from last season. And our new botanicals are here. And so English Garden really is about an upscale, sophisticated, luxurious feel of a garden. And so we have 2 garden themed collections for you. We have Garden Impressions and we have English Garden. And English Garden does have a little bit more of that luxury feel to it, whether it's through these hydrangeas that are here, the geraniums. Look at all the color on the geraniums and the geranium leaves that are here in the front. They're just absolutely beautiful. And even our stems, the things we're working with, I love how the designers really embrace this gazebo too. I look here at these rungs that are along the top. And this makes a nice square here, but the 2 sides have the rungs, and they have woven in and out that enchanted forest vine that was so popular 2 years ago. That's been in our top sellers for every day now for the last 2 years. I'm sure it's going to be in our top sellers for this year too. And then we have our new product that's coming down this post here. And so they kind of give you these as a perfect place to come into a showroom and compare the 2. So you have the enchanted forest vine with the nice moss pieces and the green leaves. And then you have this new one that's this real feel, and you can just squeeze it and touch it. It's going to maintain its shape, but it's covered with this beautiful forest moss, this English garden moss that you just know you would find right out inside your cultured garden if you had one of those beautiful Downton Abbey type gardens that you were working with. So a lot of new products are here in English Garden too, but you will notice that everything here is going to have that feel to it that is going to be upscale and luxurious. We're going to slide this direction around the gazebo. It's kind of a large piece. We're now in the middle of this garden, but we want to start with the new products that are coming in. When you think of luxury in the garden, you do think of sculpts that are more the Swans, some upscale angels that you're going to have available. And then you're going to think about all of those other pieces that can go indoor or outdoor, things like this new wreath that's on the wall. And these are some nice, gorgeous zinnias that have an orange color, some pinks and some creams. But take a look at all the different greenery pieces that are in this larger wreath that's at the top. You've got a little bit of a fern, you've got some regular leaf greens, and of course you've just got some little accent pieces that are in there. Now that comes in 3 different styles. We have the large wreath, then we have a smaller wreath. I know some people can find all kinds of different uses for that. When it's in that smaller size, it just fits, you know, perfectly in some of those snug spaces that you have. And then we also have the zinnias coming in a nice spray that's here in this new pot that's down here. And this happens to be a container that is a metal container. A lot of design on that. That looks like the bark of a tree there on that metal container. But this full zinnia spray is out here too. We're going to look at the entire botanicals wall in just a couple of minutes, and I'm going to show you all of the new botanicals that are coming out because most of them are going to be on the wall inside of English Garden. And we have the geese. The geese are here. They have that little bit of moss along the outside of them. They are also very regal looking here in this area. And as we slide back up the wall, this is one of my favorite new pieces of wall art that came out this season, and because of the texture. I mean, the texture of the paint here is really, really impressive. You can see it from a pretty good distance away, but the gloss and it picks up that shine right there on the edge, but the colors themselves, it's not vibrant, it's not overpowering, but it just has a lot of nice color. But then when you're looking at the texture too, that is a really nice piece of new wall art. As we slide back over to the table, one thing I want to make sure to point out to you with some of the other new pieces that we have this ceramic swan here in the front. Very luxurious, beautiful piece. We just added in some florals in here, some of our new ones that are coming out, and they're just sitting right inside of that planter. They don't slide in and out that easily. But then we have some other ones too. We have these that are a nice potted piece that are coming out, and then we've just kind of showing them in a couple other containers that are available. These new pieces, this rabbit and this frog, are terracotta. And so I want to make sure that you knew that we have these terracotta pieces that are here. And as we slide through to this next room, away from English Garden, bye Gazebo, I love you so much. We're going to come in and we're going to start taking a look at some of the things for garden centers here too. We do have a lot of new planter stakes that are in, and these happen to be the butterflies. We have the 3 larger ones with the colors that are the taller piece, and the shorter one that goes into your planters down here below. Lots of things here for garden centers. We have lots of things for designers because we have so many botanical stems, sprays, and bushes that are available to you as well. So lots to look at. As a matter of fact, we're going to look all the way to the top at this shelf topper that the designers put together. And really, to get the full effect, I know we have to be kind of far away, but we also want to show you the flowers because it is a gorgeous piece. This has some sweet peas in it, it has hydrangea, and it has some floral picks. And so amongst the 3 different designs of flowers here, they come together. They work very well with the nice pinks, the mauves, the creams all together. And when we look at them on the wall, you're going to be able to go, oh, I see how they put that together. I see how those work really well. Do you see that little curly on the sweet pea? Isn't that nice? I really like that little curly piece that's coming off of there for that sweet pea. When we go to the wall, what we're going to see is our top sellers from last season on the ends here. And so we have this nice piece that's coming in that's a nice longer piece over here, and then we have one that's over here on the end piece as well, the snowballs that are the green. But then you'll see we brought in this dusty blue, a nice white, the dusty purple, and the nice pink. You slide down a little bit, you get a different color of the purple. You get this blue over here on the end. I just want to make sure that you get to see all of these clusters of florals. So we went from something that was a bestseller last year and just expanded a little bit and gave us a little bit more of the colors. They all have a little bit of that dusty color with them. And then we are going to come down to see a few more. We've got the baby's breath sprays here, the nice pink. This is a white. This is definitely a white as opposed to the green white or the green cream. And then we have this very soft piece of the baby's breath with the lilac coloring. Now we're going to kind of step back a little bit because I want you to be able to see the entire array of the hydrangeas that are coming in. And so we have a spray, we have a stem, and then we have a bush. And so the spray actually has 3 pieces, the very large head, the small little underling, and then the medium size down here. 5 different colors here on this wall. We've got the dark deep blue. I think this one looks like, well, mostly around our area, this is what the hydrangea looks like in nature. It's usually this color or this color with the pink. We do have the green and we have the white. Then if you slide down the wall, you got the single head stem, and that's going to be available in all the colors. And then you have the bush. And as you can tell, the bush has clusters of 5 very large clustered heads and the leaf greens with that. So a lot to work with new hydrangeas coming in here in English Garden. Some more botanicals that we want to see. Again, bestsellers from last season as we kind of come up the wall. And I know we're going back and forth quickly. The green snowball, you remember this from the shelf topper. That was absolutely beautiful last season. The green with the purple here. Those were bestsellers from last year. Make sure you take a look at those. And then we're going to have the sweet peas that we were just seeing on that shelf topper. This is what I was talking about, the little curly Q. I like this one. I like this larger one on the side. I was playing with it earlier. I can just squish it straight down and pull it out. Easy to shape, easy to play with, easy to wind through any of the pieces that you're putting together. So we have this pink and purple. We've got this nice green with this flush mauve. Doesn't that remind you of the floral that we have, the orchid over in Dark Academia? That's what it reminds me of. And then we have this nice soft melon color. We do have some other florals coming in here, and then this is new. And I want to make sure that you get a chance to see this beautiful purple that we have here, this nice rich coloring. This one is going to be a little bit more on the violet side, and then we have it in this nice soft pink that's available for you. Gorgeous botanicals here. Lilac sprays are here on this wall. We have some zinnias, some pom-poms. Sedums are over here. We have a forsythia branch. And then we have this beautiful leaf here from last year that was in our top sellers. I just want to tap that so that you can see it. This is, again, was a big part of last year's top sellers for sprays that we offered to you from Melrose. Lots of botanicals to look at. When you're inside of your Melrose account, just make sure that you're looking at both English Garden and Garden Impressions for your sprays and your botanicals. Now, as we come back over here, there's a couple things that we need to do. We'll start first. Katie's going to show you and just kind of give you a view of what you can do if you combine the greens and the purples. Look at that shelf topper. Isn't that gorgeous? I just absolutely love how they all come together. The hydrangea, the new floral pieces that we have, the greenery, and a little bit of that snowball or lilac floral piece that is up there. Beautiful shelf toppers. I absolutely love it. Some new other products that we have are Angel. She's holding out her skirt very daintily. I guess you would say that she has some grace with her. And then a few other sculpts when we come across, including this lovely female child, and she's holding a butterfly on the end of her hand very daintily. On the next shelf down, there are two new pots here in this gorgeous green color, but look at the impression or the geographic pattern that happened to be on the outside of these two containers. They work also very well, that nice, soft green. And you can mix any botanicals in there, whether you're going to add the ferns and the lilacs like they have, or any of these other combinations of hydrangeas would work perfectly inside of those two new containers. As we slide across, we've got some more potted pieces that are coming in. If you're looking for something that's nice, lightweight, adds a little pop of color, these have a great price point too. We have some here. And so they've got a nice little terracotta pot, and then you've got your foliage on the top. These are perfect, great little shelf sitters, great to pop into any kind of display that you have. And before we leave this area, the frogs are here. And so if you've been buying from Melrose for a while, you know we have a lot of great top-selling frogs. We have this tall guy. He's got a leaf on his head. Looks like he's going to catch a little bit of water. And then we got this pair down front. I can't help it. I like the little fat guy. He's just fun to me. I like him. He's got a lot of personality and a lot of spunk. So these are our new frogs. And then if you're looking for some bestsellers from years past, we have our shelf sitters there, and we have our, well, I always call him the pouty frog. The pouty frog's always on the top shelf there. He's got his arms folded. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm the pouty frog. And so we've got our frogs here in this collection too. I want to thank you for joining me for English Garden. Make sure you talk to your sales rep about that gazebo. Good, better, best pricing. The best pricing is going to blow you away on that. Seriously, your stores should be looking at multiples of those just to showcase all of your other botanicals, your planters, making sure that you're able to show your statuary, and just maybe even do some of your chairs and your sitting areas inside of your store. That is a fantastic sales piece. Not to mention you could be selling those to your customers. Log into your Melrose wholesale account and start shopping right now for Everyday 2026. And also, if you need to pick up some things for holiday, maybe you have this other company that you work with and they decided they were going to cancel all your holiday orders. We would love to have your business. And so we would like for you to be able to work with your Melrose sales rep, call the customer service line, send up a smoke signal, do what you need to do to get your holiday inventory for fourth quarter. We would love to be your business partner and help you out. We've got one more live coming today. We're going to do clear waters in just a few minutes.